Welcome back to the deep dive. We are diving deep into the recent progress of Work Program 1 here at the African Group of Negotiators Expert Support. Our mission in supporting the African Group of Negotiators, the AGN, it's fundamentally about making sure the African climate voice is backed by the strongest possible science.
That's exactly right. Our core mandate really is providing that technical support, the evidence needed.
To solidify a common African position.
And today we want to show you exactly how those behind-the-scenes strategies translate into palpable wins on the global stage.
Yes, because we hear about strategy meetings, but we need that actionable mechanism. What's maybe the clearest example from 2024 where our preparation tipped the scales, drove a policy outcome?
Okay, a great example. We have to look immediately at the subsidiary body meetings this year, the mid-year negotiation, SP, right? We supported 10 lead negotiators there, and well, their success resulted in unlocking a more than 1 year deadlock on the operationalization of the Sharm el-Sheikh decision on agriculture.
Wow. Okay, so these negotiators made substantial progress in negotiations. What specifically changed there? Was it just like sheer willpower? Or did the evidence we provided shift the debate?
It was the evidence anchored by our preparation. Prior to the SB 62 in June, we convened over 171 negotiators and experts at our pre-SB 60 strategy meeting in Nairobi in February to prepare them ahead of negotiations.
171 people?
Yes, negotiators and experts in the same room. And that collective input allowed the AGN to arrive with unified specific technical requirements on not only agriculture, but also the global goal on adaptation, gender and finance.
Okay. So they had concrete demands.
Exactly, which provided the defined structure needed to push past the, let's say, political resistance. That preparation is evidence directly influenced the policy outcome.
That's clear leverage at the negotiating table today. But leverage is only useful if we're also shaping the game for the long term, for the next decade. How are we ensuring African science isn't just react, but actually, proactively setting the IPCC's agenda?
That's a great point. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, look at our involvement in the IPCC AR7 cycle.
The 7th assessment report cycle?
Yes. Through the preparatory meetings we hosted back in March and July, we made sure African priorities were reflected right there in the annotated outline for the crucial special report on climate change in cities.
So, we're shaping the very questions the IPCC will answer in that report.
Precisely. African experts championed this outline during the scoping meeting in Riyadh, and then again at the plenary session in Sofia. So we guaranteed our priority elements were embedded right from the start. We're influencing the scientific knowledge base from the ground up. That's proactive. Now, speaking of efficiency, I've heard about these new AI tools. They sound a bit like a secret weapon for negotiators under pressure. Forget the jargon like large language models for a second. What does this interactive web application actually mean for a lead negotiator in the room?
In him, are we really talking about accessing a synthesis of, say, a 300-page IPC chapter in seconds?
We're cutting down potentially days of literature review into just a few minutes. Seriously, this tool, it synthesizes vast climate literature, IPCC reports, UNFCCC documents, allowing negotiators to pull up complex evidence-based summaries practically on demand. We're essentially weaponizing information access for them. Okay, which directly enhances evidence-based decision for the AGN. It's about speed and accuracy when they need it most.
Okay, that efficiency boost makes sense. But it also raises an important question. How are we supporting the critical global goal on adaptation, the GGA, that demand measurable progress, doesn't it?
It does. And our work on the UA Belém work program for GGA indicators is absolutely key here.
Right? The indicator work.
We co-developed a semi-automated indicator selection tool. We successfully piloted this tool with African water experts just recently.
And what did that achieve?
Well, think about this. We narrowed a global list of about 790 potential water indicators, down to just 33 core ones.
790, down to 33. That's huge streamlining.
It is. And doing this well ahead of COP30 ensures that African expertise is driving the selection of indicators that truly measure adaptation progress relevant to our continent, what matters to Africa. So when you pull it all together, what does this all really mean from providing the scientific backbone that, as you said, unlocked negotiation deadlocks? SB 60 to embedding African priorities in future IPCC research and deploying these high-tech tools for peak efficiency. AGNES is actively fulfilling its mission, its mandate to strengthen the African climate voice.
Absolutely. I think the focus on technical excellence and scientific rigor, it's really paying off with tangible policy influence. You can see the results.
Okay, so a final provocative thought then for you listening. With AGNES now preparing for the pre-COP30 strategy meetings and advancing work on that whole Baku Belém roadmap towards the $1.30 trillion climate finance goal?
That's the figure right there.
How will these digital tools we discussed in strong common positions showcased here, how will they actually elevate Africa's power? And, maybe crucially, is accountability leverage at the next major global summit? Something to think about. Thank you for listening. Bye.